How's everybody doing today? Welcome to J-Dub Gaming. I am here to do a video. It's about the oil tanks and the diesel tanks. And what I'm trying to figure out is how many to put on a boat. And I would like to also put a distillation tower on here. But I don't want to make my boat messy. First of all, I got to figure out where to put some oil tanks so I can get all these oil come down here. I'm thinking of putting ceiling right here. One row all the way down here, and then one row over here on this side, all the way down there, and see how many I can fit. The reason I'm doing that is I think they would be up out of the way, and I don't think they're going to block any of the light, because everything I do down here is done from this light this way. That is the reason I'm here at the sanctuary dock, is because I plan on doing some building. I do have a kind of a plan in my head, but I'm trying to figure out if it'll work or not. And my plan is to put all them oil tanks down there, suck all the oil out of these obviously, and then tear all these down. And what I would like to do is see how many diesel tanks I can fit, like right down through here. But see, from what I've figured out, and I'm pretty sure it's accurate, is out of a one oil tank, I can fill a diesel tank twice through the distillation tower. And if I'm correct on that, what I'm thinking is if I can put 20 oil tanks, and if I put 10 of the diesel tanks up here, and then put the distillation tower behind it, that's going to be 20 and 20. Is what it'll wind up being. With the 10 here, 6 in here, and then the 4 I have down there in the engine room. That's 20 diesel tanks. And then if I put 20 oil tanks on the ceiling down there like I was hoping it would fit, and I'm pretty sure they will. Reason I'm doing only 20 and 20, there is a reason, and I did make a video on that. The reason why I don't put them underneath is because they do glitch. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get everything on the deck or on the boat and keep it stable. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, that don't look too awful bad. And as I said, you know, you can run underneath them, you can do whatever you need to do, and I can still get to all my storages. I can get to these pretty easy, no problem at all. Okay, this is what I'm thinking right here. This is how I'm thinking about putting it up to make it so it doesn't look like crap, just like that. What do you think? Doesn't that look nice? It looks good and clean. And I figured I would do the same thing here. Like this, I would do, I gotta get over on this side though, so I can see that. But I just thought I would do this and then turn this to equalize. So that way when I run it, it's going to run from the batteries I have below. Yeah, that's gotta have. I can't do that. That'll drive me crazy. Once I go to the oil rig, I can fill up these 20 tanks right here, and that will give me 2 full fills on my diesel tanks. So that gives me 20 plus the boat. That is going to be a lot of diesel to be able to ram around the map with, for sure. So I thought it would look kind of cool going through all these. Oh yeah, it does. That looks nice. I'm going to tell you something that I do, because I've had a lot of people say that their cables are messy and they can't figure out how to stretch them and all that kind of stuff. So say this cable then, because this ain't working anyways. If I run all the way up to it like this and run beyond it and then run back and all that kind of, see how nasty that looks? If you stand back and hook it like that, that's how you can get your cable straight. Stand back as far as you can with the cable in your hand, and as soon as that light pops on to hook it up, hook it up. It don't work in these situations right here though. I've tried and tried. When you're going just a short distance like that, it don't work. What's this have in it? 347, all these do. 351, yeah, they're all equalizing. But I figure the way I have it set up now, I can fight right here, and then I also can run right here, if I can get by that. Run up here, I can still fight up here. I try to do my best to keep my boat clean. That was my whole intention on building all this stuff, is to make something that would travel further distance. I just wanted to see how it would handle. Alright, I'm using my electric motor and the distillation tower is going, and that's it. And I have 14 batteries on, and I'm not charging, and it's during the day. Sun's out. None of them were on there. I had all oil tanks down there, or on there. I had 5 of them on each side, so I had 10 altogether. And the distillation tower wasn't there either. Tore all the oil tanks down and put the diesel tanks up in the distillation tower. And then I also added all these here, all these oil tanks. None of them were there as well. So just so you know what it looked like to begin with. I'll make me a turn here and stuff just to see. The only reason I mentioned this as well is I have had people comment on my previous videos and stuff that they have problems with their boat, like glitching and flipping over and going sideways in the water, and that's why the reason why I'm turning and all that kind of stuff like that, just to see if it's going to, you know, like anything's going to happen when I do a turn or any of that. Okay, just a quick recap here. I just wanted to let you know completely what I done. Okay, I put all these oil tanks down here. Altogether, there's 20 of them. And then up here, I also had 10 oil tanks sitting up here. I tore them all down, emptied them all out and tore them down. And I put 10 diesel tanks here and this distillation tower. And everything else on the boat is the same that I've always had. So altogether, I have 20 diesel tanks and 20 oil tanks and the distillation tower. And I done it to see if I could make a long travel boat. That's why I done it. And I think it turned out pretty decent. As you can see, it looks pretty good. I mean, the cables all look good and clean. This is kind of a little bit of a mess. I might have to clean that up a little bit. But I don't have that hooked up for the simple reason I don't need petrol right now. So my petrol tanks are full, so I don't need it. So I just unhooked it. And then this is pretty much what it looks like from the front. Down through there, all my diesel tanks and distillation tower. And I only used one line going back. And this one line, believe it or not, is equalizing my tanks. It is also feeding the boat diesel fuel. And it's feeding oil when I need oil from down there as well. Through that, all in the same line. I only have that one line. So it works out pretty good. And that's pretty much all I've done. Pretty much all I did on this boat upgrade. I was trying to do a long distance boat is what I was trying to accomplish here. And I just wanted to see if this worked or not. Just a little sneak of my next video here. I might do me a little bit of a tanker situation. So if that sounds good to you, then watch on next Thursday for my other boat build video. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you like, comment, subscribe, and have a great day.